Hello and welcome to Star Trek Online. This is my Let's Play / stream part 26 of my TOS era tactical officer, and we are about to undertake what is my favourite mission on Star Trek Online. This is a spooky mission. It's a scary mission. Far more spookier than the one that they choose to show. All I'm going to simply say is Bonnikins, and we'll get to the reason for Bonnikins when we get to the end of this. But if you just turned up to this, there's an entire playlist of this character, 25 other parts. Please do feel free to subscribe. I welcome any comments as well, and we'll get onto this, shall we? So let's get on to the Bonnikins. So we have to hail Franklin Drake.
It's clear the Devidians are more of a problem than we initially thought. We know they're in the neutral zone. Now we know they're on Drozana Station as well, and according to Samara, there have already been deaths there. In addition, she indicated that the lower levels of the station were a trouble spot. Those levels aren't used as part of the club there, and they haven't been maintained for years, and Ferengi are, of course, quite reticent to put any effort into maintenance that isn't absolutely necessary. That means we don't really know what's down there. Zamara's code should get you access. Take a lift down and check it out. Previous Starfleet encounters with Devidians have indicated that they will create nests around the temporal portals they use. So keep an eye out for anomalies. If we find the portal, we'll know where and when the Devidians are feeding. Oh, and I expect it to be messy down there. Don't forget to take an emergency beacon. Until next time.
So I shall accept that. So here we are, we're on Drozana. Now we do have this weapon here, which is, well, it's only proton, but it's, compared to most weapons, it's okay. But it's generally designed to go up against the Deviants. So let's carry on, shall we? Let's get down to business. So let's go and begin. What lies beneath? Well, you know our ground crew already. You'll be familiar with them. They're not going to change anytime soon. But yes, this is, I absolutely love this mission. The first time I played it, I thought, wow. This mission really should be the one they do on from when they're ready to Friday the 13th thing. They should just open this up to everybody and just say, you know, go and play what lies beneath. So the Deviants, I don't know what episode of TNG they're actually from. So reading temporal fluctuations and triadic energy in these levels of the station. Staying down here for too long could be hazardous. Interference also may make it difficult to contact the ship or to get a transporter lock if we need an emergency beam out. This level primarily contains power junctions and EPS conduits for the rooms above us. We need to reach the maintenance lift and take that down to the computer core. Emergency flashlight. This box of emergency supplies isn't just lying around. Belen probably bartered with a Nautican pirate for it. Recognise these flat-like drones. Our hand-free hover system and programmed to shift in response to your movement. Not the most reliable design though. Trillic waves. There must be Devidians nearby. I expect that we see more as we approach the area with the greatest concentration of Trillic energy. Sir, I'm also picking up some intermediate readings from behind the door to our left. However, the interference from the Trillic waves making it hard to get accurate scans at a distance. Yes. Looks like this door is stuck, sir. We need to find another way around. One of the side maintenance passages should be an alternative route.
Enemy target.
So it's all locked off. This Ferengi suffered from Trillic radiation poisoning. It seems that he had been here for a while, so even the Devidians couldn't use his neural energy. It's still dangerous to be this close to the nest. There's nothing we can do for him now. Due to the temporal flux disrupting the transporters, we can't even beam the body out. Once we get out of here, we can notify the station security. Right, don't think I'm supposed to be here just yet. It's been a while. Let's go back and... No. I'm pretty sure I'm not supposed to go in that console just yet. If we do, then I'll go back to it. The hell? You Deviant jackasses. Yeah. We'll go back to that console now. I thought we had to... The Deviants are definitely generating some... getting more aggressive. They could be far... They could have a lair somewhere in the lower levels. If they do, they become increasingly more violent as we get closer to the territory. The synchronized proton rifle should have a significant effect on the Deviants. The proton beam mode will especially effective while the Deviants are in phase shifted. Yes, she did just say proton pack. Right, so let's go to the console that we went to. See what it says. I generally didn't explore, you know, these maps back in the days. You know, we just went straight to the thing. So let's go and see what this console says. That console, this console. Captain, it appears that the maintenance levels are suffering from an intermittent power problems. The UPS conduits are probably overloaded due to temporal fluctuations. This station is pretty old, so many of these components are more than a century old. I'm seeing hydraulic surges near the maintenance lift and across the multiple levels, but nothing that can be considered constantly tracked. Besides, you want to stay more in this spooky ass mission, don't you? Of course you do. Right. Power core. It doesn't open, so let's head down. All this will be significant, and you'll see why soon. Well, at some point. I'm not going to ruin it. I'm not going to spoil it. Someone has put the lift on emergency lockdown. We have to override the lockdown code with a lock that have lock to access it. That should do it. I wonder why someone would lock down the lift in the first place. What the fuck are you calling it a lift? Wow. I thought you would have given it its American name. This isn't computer core level. Sir, it appears that the lift is stuck and somewhere on the maintenance level with environmental control and waste recycling. We need to track down the damaged junctions on this floor and repair or bypass them before we can take the lift to the computer core level. And yes, it does. Okay. Captain, the door, we're locked in. Yeah, not locked in, are we? Goodbye. You got locked in out there as well, so let's have a look. So here is a read the maintenance log.
Log entry supplemental. The strange power fluctuations are related to the problems in the power subsystems on the upper decks. So I'm looking into the possibility of feedback damage or spikes in the environmental systems. It could take some time to find the problem and make repairs though. particularly if I need to use the replicators to create replacement components. But Milan is loath to allow use of the replicators for anything more than blood wine and vermilion sandpeas. This is dirty, uncomfortable, and thoroughly disagreeable work. Naturally, as soon as the job involves mucking around in the recycled atmosphere and waste processing, I get the short straw.
Okay.
Log entry supplement.
That's the only log entry there. And yes, that does look like the Ghostbusters gun. That voice is coming from the communications console on the wall, Captain.
Hello? Is someone there?
Who is this?
Please, you have to help me. I came down here to check on one of the atmosphere regulators, and someone shot me.
Who shot you?
I'm not sure. I didn't get a good look. He was so fast. Please, you have to find a way to open this door and get me out of here.
I'm activating the manual override. Try to reach the release lever.
Oh, Rockets, no. He's back. No. Ah!
Multiple face of burns, concussion and contusions. Sir, this woman was murdered. The wounds are still warm. She was killed just a few seconds ago. There's no other exits or entrances in this room, and the transporters are offline. How could she have been killed if she was alone in the locked room? Plot thickens. It's maybe the maintenance log will let us know.
Supplemental. I've upgraded a few of the components on this level, including remote overrides for bleed valves on environment controls, hollow emitters to expedite further repairs, and security overrides in case of emergency. I'm starting to suspect that the low-level radiation I've detected on these decks has affected the station inhabitants, and that some are showing signs of transient acute schizophrenia and paranoia. I'll have to maintain contact silence for now, so that they don't interfere while I'm trying to repair the systems. Once I've corrected the problems causing the radiation leaks, we can deal with the symptoms. Log entry supplemental. My work here will take far longer than I originally anticipated. Fortunately, I've engaged a safety interlock on the maintenance lift, so no one will come down here without me knowing about it. I found several program errors that have purged the affected subroutines. The work is much easier now. Soon, everything will be under control.
Okay. So I think you're getting the gist that something is gone awry down here. What the hell are they all shooting at? Yeah, more Deviants. By the... Whatever you do, don't cross the streams. Can't see any more maintenance logs. No. Definitely from my era, this is 21st century.
Barbican, I feel. Barbican, what will you do?
Okay, I have to admit, having not played this mission in a very long time, that did just make me fucking jump. Motherfucker. And I was expecting it. Okay. I was expecting it as well. Fuck's sake. Right. Run. And this is the last of the relays. He just vanished. Yes, Galen is a hologram. And he's gone mad.
Dress all in red. Barbican, soon you'll be dead.
There he is. So, not only are we fighting him, we are also dealing with Deviants. Now we have to kill him to get the code to open up the door. So we have to deal with these Deviants first. And then we have to find him. Where did he disappear? There he is. A malfunctioning hologram, no wonder. The Trilec energy must have degraded his program, causing instability, and the Deviants didn't bother it because it had no neural energy for them to feed upon. So it looks like the encryption key for the door might correspond with the subroutine embedded in the program hologram's mobile emitter. We should be able to use it to open the door. Mobile emitters are still rare outside of Starfleet, Captain. The staff here must have spent quite a lot of latinum to obtain one. If you ask me, Bellum might be selling more than just drinks and dabbo. It would be best if someone keeps an eye on him, but I have a feeling Franklin Drake is doing just that. So yes, the best part of that mission, good old Bonnie King. So yeah, you can tell he went a bit crazy. The Deviants have sent him a bit mad. Let's go down to the lower levels. This is it. We've made it to the computer core level. On this station, the core itself is down a long ramp area, past some regulator rooms. We should head there as quickly as possible. Now, examine the door. Another locked door. This one doesn't seem to have any special codes. We should be able to open it from a secondary security console just down the hallway. Expecting you. You're so predictable. Bloody Deviants. That should do it. We need to double back to the door. Yeah, I do love this. It's very atmospheric, isn't it? And it did make me jump again through that door down the ramp. It actually made me jump. It's because I'm expecting. I'm wearing headphones, so it comes right through. I mean, on television, you're not really. There's two exits in this room, and head to the core. We need a southern door. Wait a minute. What about this guy? Are we just going to ignore him? Red shirts. So this person's from the 21st century. The Deviants must be bringing their victims through time. We have to stop them before they're responsible for another death. They could disrupt the timeline. You mean like me? Because I'm from 2370. You fucking assholes. And where's the damn door? Oh, that was the door. If I recall the details of this sort of station correctly, sir, the pro-computer core usually has an intrusion and countermeasure defences to prevent enemies from stealing or sabotaging critical computer elements. Perhaps, if you, with your tactical training, you could reactivate those defences to assist in fighting the Deviant incursion. Also, my extensive knowledge of the fact I'll probably served on one of these stations. Or just tactical knowledge regardless. Oh yeah, he kind of changed it. He kind of changed everything, didn't he, Daniels? Alright, so we're gonna have to reactivate the computer core's defensive systems. This appears to be a regulator room for the computer core's power systems. The Deviants are probably leeching power from the station to keep their gate active. We could use this console set up in the power spikes that could trigger near the computer core, which might disrupt the Deviants and their gate. Expecting spiders. Don't know why, but I was expecting spiders. This looks like the field control station for the lower levels of the station. We could set up the field systems here so that they can activate them in the computer core area to counter the Deviants' phasing abilities. That would push them out of sync with our universe. Ah, here's the spiders. Yeah, I'm going to turn up at some point. Spiders in spooky places. Okay, and now a boss fight. There's a big guy in there. There he is. Phantasium. He has the ability to hold us. Said the Deviant time portal leads back to the 21st century. There's no telling how much damage, how much trouble the Deviants are causing in the past, while the technology to detect them doesn't exist. Once we get the readings of the portal, we should take them back to Deep Space K7. The computer facilities are far more extensive than that we have on the Clemson, and they might be able to find a way to shut down the portal. The distortions from the portal is intense here, and the difficult to process all this information. We should be able to compensate enough to beam out though. We need to take this information back to the nearest starbase K7 for analysis. Their computers are powerful enough to process it. So, I'm heading to Deep Space K7. Again. We're not done here. Well, we've got one more mission on Drozana.
Welcome to Drozana.
Yeah. Depart the system and go to K7. It was kind of a way to. This was kind of a way to show you around the neutral zone area. If you're interested in PvP, that's pretty much where it is. Well, used to be. A little bit like that. Okay, 7. Surprised K7 is still around, considering it's not exactly a defensible station in comparison to the 21st century stations. Anyway, let's head over here to the computer station to analyse the data. Preliminary analysis. Temporal incursion consistent with Deviant time portal technology. Approximate linked date. Stardate 2715.6. Earth Standard Year 2265. Deviant portal based on phase shifted tachyon spin, supported by draw from Drozana Station. Power supply. Can the portal be safely closed or used? Portal suffers from instability due to quantum particle entanglement with phase-shifted particles. Portal can be enlarged or accessed with modular directed energy when phase-shifted entanglement matter reaches a critical point. So this means when the trialic energy surges peak, we could remodulate any energy weapon, even the standard hand phaser, to use the portal and travel back in time. We could stop the Deviants at the source. So we're going back to...
Now that we know the Devidians have a portal in the past and approximately where they are focusing their attention, I see no other choice than to send you and your crew back there to stop them before they kill again. I'll be honest, time travel is a tool. At times, it is a useful one. I know Starfleet has hundreds of regulations about temporal incursions, but my job is to preserve the Federation, not make Admiral Quinn and the rest of the suits at Starfleet Command happy. If we break a few rules along the way, so be it. I need to make some preparations before you can proceed. I will contact you when the time is right. Drake out.
Okay, trialic pattern enhancer.
Until next time.
And the next time, as he says, we'll be doing everything old is new, and we'll be travelling back to 2265, 5 years before our departure from the 23rd century, which was in 2270, so 5 years. So our officer would have been still serving on the Clemson. He was a lieutenant, so he was still being a lieutenant before he moved up to the rank of first officer. So we'll find out. Maybe we'll bump into our past self never know. Maybe he was on shore leave at Drozana Station back in the past. But either way, we'll work that one out when we do. Everything old is new in the next part 27. So thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in part 27. We'll travel back to the 23rd century and live long and prosper. Please do subscribe if you feel like it. Also, I welcome any comments. Generally getting spam comments these days, but any comments that are actually human would be nice. Thumbs up, thumbs down. You know, if you don't like what I'm doing, you know, tell me why. And I will see you in part 27. Ciao.